In this video, I wanted to discuss the topic, are Denver home prices really dropping? Because every week I'm seeing a story in the media, and you probably are too, that Denver home prices are dropping. But are they really? Is this truth or is this misinformation? So let me show you, and I'll talk about this, of where most often what the media is talking about is the list prices of homes are dropping, but are the real prices of homes dropping or the values of homes dropping? I'm going to use this example here today. Let's say the homeowner, they decide they want to sell their home, they're going to list it for sale soon. So they actually hire an appraiser. The appraiser says their home is worth about $600,000. Their realtor says it's probably worth $590 to $600. Zillow says it's worth about $605. So most likely their home is worth probably somewhere right around $600,000. But the sellers on their own decide, you know what? We're going to shoot for the moon. We're going to ask $650,000 for our house. So they list their home for sale for $650,000. And after 2 weeks, they've had 0 showings and 0 offers. So they talk with their realtor again, and the realtor says, okay, you really need to drop the price. So they drop the price by $25,000 to $625,000. The media sees that and they freak out. Oh my God, home prices are dropping. They just dropped $25,000. Did they really? You know, or did the home seller, the homeowner, just overestimate and overprice their home? So they lower the price to $625,000. Maybe they get 2 showings now, but no offers. So now they're really starting to freak out. So they talked with their realtor again. She says, well, like I told you before, I think your home's value is somewhere between $590 to $600. So they dropped the price to $610, not really listening to their realtor yet. And then the media freaks out again. Oh my God, second price drop on this home. Prices are now down $35,000. But are home values really down? And then, at 610, maybe they get a couple more, a few more showings, but no offers. And so it's now been 6 weeks and they're getting desperate. So they talk with their realtor again, and she or he tells them, like from the beginning, I told you your house will probably sell, the value of it is somewhere $590 to $600. So after 6 weeks, they finally listened to their realtor and dropped their price to $599. The media freaks out again that home prices are down $50K, but are they really? It's just that the seller has had to lower the list price to a realistic level to sell their home. Now at the price of $599, they get several showings, they get an offer on the home, they're now under contract for $595, and their home sells, 30 days later for $595. And so did their home price or home value really drop? No, because their home value all along was probably in that range of $590,000 to $600,000. The sellers just chose to list their home for sale at a much higher price, but its actual value, what a willing seller and a willing buyer agreed to, was right where it was in the very beginning, about $595. So in this example, home prices, home values really did not drop. Second, there was a story here in mid-August that came out from Zillow. And I remember seeing the headlines in the Denver Business Journal on their website. And they talked about how Denver had the 9th biggest price drops in the country from June to July. And so I went and read the story. Okay, according to Zillow, Denver home prices dropped from June to July by 1.8%. Okay, I'm a real estate stats geek. I have the data. So I went and looked at the data, for the last 6 years now. What has happened to home prices in Metro Denver from June to July? Well, this year they did drop from June to July 3.1%, the sale prices. Oh my God, batten down the hatches. The sky is falling. Home prices dropped by 3.1%, from June to July. This is not news. This happens every year. Home prices peak in Metro Denver in the months of May and June and start a slow decline for the rest of the year. The only time this hasn't happened recently was 2020 during the height of COVID, because the market really got totally shut down from mid-March through end of May. So that year home prices peaked in July. But every other year, home prices peak in May or June and start to drop. So the fact that home prices drop, whether it was 1.8% according to Zillow or 3.1% from our data from RE Colorado, it's not a story. This happens every year. This is normal. This is seasonal. And just know this, that this year's price drop was smaller than last year's price drop. Last year prices dropped 3.5% from June to July. Now you go back to 19, if I remember right, the price drop was 1.5%. In 18 it was 2.5%, and in 17 it was 3.5%. So this is normal. This is nothing to write a story about. This is nothing to freak out about. This is nothing to be scared about. Prices dropping in Metro Denver as after June happens every year, just like clockwork. So please be aware, what is the truth and what's misinformation. And if you want more truth, please feel free to text me with your email address. I have a great 20-minute recorded presentation on Zoom titled Answers to the Top 5 Questions Home Buyers Need to Have Right Now. So my cell phone number, you can text me, it's 303-881-6374. And be sure to like my channel, share this video with others, because many people need to know the truth.